you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha, also known as CreativiTeeByT, and for today's video, this is the 22nd episode of Elevate with Ankara, and this is also the final episode. Oh, so sad. Elevate with Ankara, if you don't know, is a series that has been hosted on my channel as well as Cherie of Cherie Thomas, because we have been running this series in collaboration with each other, and we have been going strong for a whole entire year. In this series, we spoke on all things Ankara, African wax fabric, and how you can take your basic looks and elevate the patterns with them. We would give multiple patterns for each style that we had focused on a couple of weeks prior to actually making the makes, and just all the information that you would need to use Ankara fabrics and elevate your patterns and just make sure your makes just look absolutely gorgeous. So if you've been following along, I hope you were able to get some insight and some nuggets after watching the episodes, and I also hope that you have been inspired to make something with Ankara fabric. After all, that was what this series was all about. And for today's grand finale, Cherie and I are revealing a two-piece Ankara set. So please make sure that you head over to Cherie's channel after you have watched my video so that you can see what she made. And if you have not been able to watch all of the episodes from my channel in particular, stay tuned until the end, because I will be entering photos of every garment that I made during this series, and Cherie is going to be doing the same with her channel, or her video I should say, for today. So make sure you watch hers until the end as well, so that you can see everything if you just want to get a recap, or if you haven't watched all of her videos as well. So for today's make, when Cherie and I decided on a garment type, we provided multiple patterns to choose from and what we think would be perfect with Ankara fabric. A couple of weeks ago, for those patterns, I shared about 7 or 8 different ones that I personally felt would be great options for a two-piece. Out of all of the patterns I showed, I decided to go with this one, which is Simplicity 9550. I chose this pattern because I fell in love with the idea of it when the pattern first came out, and I wanted to try it, but I was super nervous about the top because it is a crop top. But I have seen so many photos on Instagram of this top and the outfit in general, and I have loved every single one of them, so I went ahead and gave it a chance, and here I am. And I am very, very pleased with it, shockingly. I also wanted to try this out because when I made my Ankara shorts earlier in the series, I made a different pair that were very, very straightforward. And I wanted to try these shorts out as well to see if I like them because of the different features that this one has to offer compared to those other ones. And I absolutely loved them. I actually loved them more than the other one. This two-piece right here I think is super cute, and I certainly believe that it was elevated with Ankara. So let's go ahead and look into the details of this pattern. So again, this is Simplicity 9550. This pattern has 3 different views, which is a top, shorts, and a skirt. And I made the top in short. The pattern description is Mrs. Top, skirt, and short. For the fabric recommendations, this pattern recommends 60-inch wide fabrics such as cotton gauze, linens, and silky types, but the fabric that I used was this beautiful 100% cotton Ankara fabric that has these big huge yellow flowers with, you know, some blacks and blues in the background. I just love it. Now my fabric was not 60 inches, it is 45 inches wide. Now the reason why it calls for 60-inch fabric is because when you are laying your fabric out the way that you're supposed to be, you know, with the grain going vertically up and down, you know, with the selvage being on the side, it will not fit when you are making the shorts. It kind of hangs off. So I'm not really sure if it did that with the top, but it definitely did that with the shorts. So what I did was I folded my fabric completely opposite of the grain. Everything that I cut out for my top and all the fabric that I cut out for my shorts is against the grain. But I have done that before with other patterns, so I wasn't concerned about it, and I made sure that I used the pattern sizes that would accommodate for the lack of stretch. So you can do that as well. And but yeah, I absolutely love this fabric, and I purchased it from Afrique clothing store. For this pattern skill level, the skill level is noted as very easy, and I do believe it is. However, you do have to keep in mind that you have to install an invisible zipper, and not everybody is comfortable with that. That may be an issue for someone who is going to make the skirt or the shorts, but it wasn't an issue for me. For the notions, you're going to need thread, 1-inch elastic, and the zipper. And I think it's a 7-inch zipper. And the elastic is going to be for the hems on the arms and also for the bottom of the shirt. The pattern sizing comes in 4 to 22, and the size that I cut was a size 20 for the shorts and a size 16 for the top pattern piece. And for the pattern pieces that I used were 4 different pattern pieces for the top plus the elastic guide, and for the shorts I also used 4 pattern pieces. So for the top I had the front and back, the front facing and the back facing, and then of course you had your elastic guide. For the shorts I had the front back and the front yoke and the back yoke, and that was it. The instructions were easy to follow. I had no issues with that. And also with this pattern, because it is a memade pattern, there's also a sew along that comes with it. I did not watch the sew along, so I can't say for sure if it was good or not, but I usually find them very helpful, so that is a bonus. And overall, I do think that my look looks just like Mimi's on the front for the most part, and I will explain that answer in just a bit. And the things that I particularly liked about this, I love the style, and I like that it was something different, something that I don't normally make. I love the gathers within the shorts. I like the wideness of the shorts. I love the large front and back yoke. That was like one of the main things that I wanted to get out of these shorts. So what did I dislike about the pattern? I pretty much liked everything except for when I was taking photos and things, I kept reaching for my pockets and there are no pockets. I didn't even think about it when I was making it because I was moving so fast from one project to the next. However, this is a pattern where I could just stick them in the side seams and sew them in. It's a very easy fix. So if you want pockets, just make sure that you accommodate for that when you're putting the pattern together. However, I didn't learn any new techniques, didn't have any first time experiences, but sometimes you just need those type of sews because you can get right through them, just whip right through them. I did use a button. I have a little bitty button in the back. I usually wear my hair long, so I'm going to show you now because I'm not sure if the pictures picked them up, but just this little button right here. And that was just something that came from my stash. As far as alterations, yes. So I mentioned that my top looked like Mimi's for the most part, right? And the reason why I say that and that I don't feel like it looks 100% like hers is because I did add 4 inches to the length of this top. I added 4 inches in the front, and I also added 4 inches in the back. It looks very good, and the way I wanted in the front, I just wanted just a little bit of skin showing, and so that is the results that I got. Now, because I lengthened it in the back, for some reason I feel like it's like a kind of bunchy, like a lot of fabric back there bunchy, and Mimi's looks more flat. I'm not really sure why it's doing that, but I'm not upset about that look. It just is what it is. The other alteration that I changed is not really an alteration. I just used 3/4 inch of elastic to go through my casings instead of 1 inch elastic, and that was because I stitched not close enough to the edge of my casing, and so it was making the 1 inch elastic a little bit too tight to thread through, and it kept sticking. So I just pulled it out and got the 3/4 inch, and it went through fine with no trouble. So that was the only change that I made, and I don't think it made a difference on the appearance. I would definitely recommend this to others. It's very easy to make. I made the whole entire outfit in one day, which is something I don't like to do. I like to take little breaks here and there, but like I said, I was kind of like rushing through the projects. This pattern came out in 2022, and it is still available in Joann's and on the Simplicity website, as well as Hobby Lobby. As far as my pairings, I did pair my 2-piece Ankara with my gold slides, and you know, I also have on some black necklace jewelry, I should say. And yeah, so I will go ahead now and enter a few more pictures and twirls of me in my 2-piece Ankara outfit. Alright everyone, so that is it for my 2-piece and for the grand finale. Please let me know what your thoughts are about this pattern, this top, how I extended it, and everything like that in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Please make sure that you stop over to Cherie's channel if you have not done so already to see her reveal of her grand finale 2-piece, because I'm sure hers is an absolute treat. I am getting ready to close this video, but before you leave, you know what I'm going to say. Please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and the subscribe button and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos, because I do have some fun videos that will be coming your way, and I certainly want you to be there to watch them. Again, thank you so much for sticking with us through this series. If you would like to watch any of them, there will be a link in the description box below with a playlist full of them, both on her channel and mine, so it's all combined. And I will go ahead now and let you go, and I'm going to give you a slideshow of all of the different makes and the patterns included side by side of the different garments that I made for this series. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.